So I'm going to share my thoughts on Hiding in Plain Sight, and I'm going to go ahead and tag Doug White, who's the author, and I'm going to link the book here, and then I'm going to share my thoughts next. So I listened to the book in 2 days. That's how hyperfixated on it I was. I could not stop. I was like, I didn't want to turn it off. I waited until I absolutely had to go do something else to turn it off, because it was like, if I had been reading the physical book, it would have been a page turner. I do have the physical book now, so I'm actually going to go back through it, and there's several things that I want to mark and highlight, and my husband is also going to read it. So I made a pretty bold claim when I was talking to some of my friends about it, because they were asking me, and I was like, I kind of feel like this ranks up there with emotional survival for law enforcement. And my friend was like, that's big praise. And I was like, but I mean it. I think this should be a pre-academy book, honestly. I feel like I have a very unique perspective because, yes, I am a younger Leo wife, but my dad is just recently retired. He's been retired for 2 years last month. So I don't just have the perspective of a brand new Leo wife. I also have the perspective of you need to know when to walk away, and you need to understand that this job isn't everything, and it cannot be your whole life, and you will lose your family and yourself in the process if you make the job the main thing. So I have so many thoughts, and I'm trying to just consolidate them, but I think you need to read the book. There are some parts in it that are really tough to read, but I think they're really necessary to read, especially if you're new. And I think this is one of the reasons why I think this should be a pre-academy book. I think this should be a nationwide department pre-academy book, kind of emotional survival for law enforcement is. These aren't examples. These are actual things that happened, actual things that he dealt with, actual things that he will carry with him the rest of his life. And I think sometimes people go into law enforcement with these rose-colored glasses, and we don't realize how gruesome and how morbid the trauma exposure really can be, because we downplay it. You have to go to the next call. And we never deal with the traumatic things that we are exposed to as a profession, and as spouses, and as kids. We just don't. And I love how he addressed that, and he gave resources, and he gave, things to look for. It was a So anyways, I have added it to my list of resources. I am super grateful that I found him, that I found his book, that I was able to read it. And I definitely encourage you guys to read it too. And if you do read it, tag him, help his account get engagement, but also tag me and let me know, send me a DM or something.